Hi, everybody. What's happening? Where'd that?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. It is Friday night. We hope you're having a great day. Well, I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but I hope it's good. I hope you're having some fun wherever you are. You're here on Live with Neve. And all millions of you, I hope you're having a great life in general. But today, we're here to have a little fun on Live with Neve. I'm joined by my co-host, the lovely and talented Sam Rourke. And I have a great musical guest today. I have Lucia and Levi Bird. And they kick some ass. We've had a Blues Day special today, and we've been having some killer blues. And he's one of my new friends, and we're going to have a good time. We had Memphis Gold on this morning with us, and we had a really fine time. And I have to thank Levi for actually helping me out with a guest when we had one cancel. But I'm really having a good time, and I know you're going to like the music. So let me bring on Sam. When we had her on the show this morning, she had all kinds of cool stuff going on, and she's back looking good and ready for action. Hey, baby, how's your day? Oh, where's your microphone? Are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm excellent. I'm so good. New headphones.
Nice.
It always makes your day. Yeah. And I have them plugged in because I was just I fiddle around with the Bluetooth, but they just work so great. They sound good. I could get them to link with my phones, all my Apple shit. My HP doesn't see it, doesn't recognize it. So,
I think that they make you look more handsome.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to take, wow. Well, thank you.
It's hard to make you look more handsome. You're already pretty handsome, but I think.
Oh, what a woman, man. Flattery will get you everywhere. You're so cute.
You're so full of it.
Oh, I love you, Sammy. You're the best. So we're going to have, you're going out tonight. You're going to go out and see some friends in Nashville and have some drinks with some people we dig. That's exciting and fun.
Yep. I'm going to go out, relax a little bit. I've had a long week. It's been insane between music and being in college full time. Like, I also have to be a parent too. And I think that that's something a lot of people forget about because I don't talk about my personal life a lot, but I have a whole toddler at home on top of all these other irons in the fire. So it's a lot.
You also from what I understand, you actually run some kind of a zoo at your home. You have a plethora of animals. I
have an animal thing. I can't stop. I love them all.
Me too. Yeah, what do you got there?
Several puppers. I got 2 miniature poodles. I have a long-haired Yorkie Dachshund. A bunch of little yappies, basically. And I have a pet bunny rabbit named Willow that's as big as my dog's, and she thinks she is dog.
Does she beat them up?
No, so she could. She's my studio rabbit, so she roams in my office here. She has her own range space. The other half of my music studio is actually my bunny's range room.
Okay.
Yeah, Willow has her own little hangout spot. She's pretty dope.
That's cool. Well, also, if we get in the war, you've got some food on the hoof.
Absolutely not. I'd eat my neighbor first.
Cool. I'll come over and help you take care of business.
That's cool. I don't like them anyway.
We'll find an Italian pork store somewhere down the village, or we'll find something. Just forget about it. We'll talk about this later. So
This is why we can't have nice things.
that's true. There's always got to be some lunatic like me. You know, what do you think? Did we not have fun this morning? That was really a great show.
We did. That was a great time.
I mean, he was definitely an excellent person, blues man. I'm seeing here we go. It's Toby.
Hi,
Toby loves the bunny. Toby loves the bunny. Toby, I had a girlfriend once, and she's the kind of chick was called a bunny. At any rate, she was what you called a bunny boiler, like Glenn Close in that movie.
I've never heard that term. What's it mean?
That means you got the craziest ex-girlfriend you could find. That shit only happens to drummers.
I've never heard that.
That's a term of endearment for a crazy ex-girlfriend type thing, you know. Sharon Stone. No, it's Glenn Close.
Am I gonna get hit in the face if I call somebody a bunny boiler?
Probably.
Are you teaching me bad things?
No, I'm teaching you this. If you do call one, you should just hit her first. Bottom line. Sometimes you got to just break bad when called for. And if she's a bunny boiler, I'm very
had them all expunged.
Well, yeah, I know. There's still time. No, I'm kidding. You know, there isn't. So listen, instead of me yapping, what do you think? Why don't we bring these good people on? Just instead of me yapping some more.
I haven't even got to meet them yet. So let's
just bring them on and say hello. Leve, I'm watching Leve is calling for Lucia going, these crazy freaking people have dragging us into the room. So everybody, you're watching Live with Neve. We got about 4 minutes till the break, but we're going to talk to Lucia and Levi and have a little fun. And then we're going to bring them on. They're going to play some good music, rock and roll. Welcome.
Hey.
How you doing?
It's not a mirror image, is it? It's a different kind of a thing.
It's mirrored, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
That's my right hand. So yes,
he's on my left right now, but you see, okay, whatever. Hi, Toby. Toby's on there. I see.
Oh yeah, Toby's the best. And for anybody watching, I always have to say thank you to Toby. My show's had lots of good things happen from my affiliation with Miss Toby. And all I'm going to tell you, Sam, when we're out in LA in June, Toby's going to have one hell of a party with the team.
One day. Let's fly out, Levi. Let's go.
I can't wait to finally meet Toby. I love hanging out
with
Toby, like just on the internet. So I can't wait to hang out in person.
Exactly.
And I'll get to introduce you guys to some of my friends because I did confirm that some of my friends will be with us. So
excellent. Yeah. That is really nice. We like that.
Okay.
Well,
so let's get to know some friends.
Yes. How long you guys been together?
We met in 1987.
Okay.
To tell the truth, I would probably fuss it up.
And I was working for Jackson Records. You heard of Jackson Records?
Yes, I have.
That was the label for the Jackson 5, Jackson brothers. And then Michael went on his own, but they had the father. And, I was also the musical director for Simona Cook. And I met Lucia. Lucia was in a bar, a restaurant.
I told you not to tell him that.
She was in a restaurant called Bobby Perry's.
Right.
A bass player. He was a bass player who played in my band, Bobby Perry, and they named the bar after him. He was the manager, but it was owned by a guy named Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee was an impersonator of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee made a bunch of movies.
Wow.
Right.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a wild story. But I was a musical director, and Bobby Perry said, "You need to meet this lady to sing in your band." And then I met her, and I put her in a band, and then I became second. I was a musical director, and all of a sudden, I'm listening to this person telling me what to do.
It's my show. But another point that's interesting, if you're a Los Angeles person, and you would remember back in the day, and it might even still be there, Bobby Perry started out as a bartender at Barney's Beanery.
Right.
So that's like Hollywood history right there. But that's enough about that. And then when we met, and after you he taught me everything I know.
But it still doesn't count for anything. You know how it goes, Neil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we've been together like 34 years, right?
Since 87.
Yeah, something like that. So it's a pretty long time to have to deal
That's
with.
exceptional.
That is amazingly exceptional. I wasn't born yet.
You weren't born yet? Oh, come on.
No, I was not born yet.
She's a wee young lass.
My mom was like 12, I think.
You were 12?
I believe.
What year?
My mom was 12, I think, in 86.
That's too funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm a baby, so I love getting to meet new music friends and learn and hear stories. So I'm loving this.
She likes to meet the old musicians.
I don't like the term old. I like legends.
Okay.
Guys are legends.
Experienced, wise.
The vets.
Okay.
What else you want to know, Neil?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was.
What else would you like to find out about us?
Well, let's see. We have a long checklist. The staff didn't send that to you.
Blood
type. We just need a little DNA swab. It's nothing to be alarmed about, you know.
So,
anyhow,
do you have any current projects you all are working on that you want to talk about?
The most recent one's downloadable, streamable, and everything on all the platforms. It's called Mama Moon and More. So if you guys search Lucia and Levi and Mama Moon and More, you can see our most recent project on the platforms.
Right.
Very cool.
And
excellent.
The gigs are, got a gig coming up Sunday in Proctor's inside it's a theater, Proctor's Theater, but we're doing for open kind of market thing we're doing. They have a stage there with it. That's Sunday from 12 to 2 in Schenectady. And then April 1st will be at the Back Barn Brewing.
Back Barn Brewing in
4 to 7.
Delancey, New York, which is like a suburb of Schenectady and Capital District here, which is where we're broadcasting from.
Yeah, and me and Lucia should be in, I can't say the name of some kind of contract. I can't say. Well, I can say we're going to be on an HBO TV series. And this will be the fifth one. The fifth one or fourth one. I think
they're all fairly big on HBO. Not, they're not the tiniest of companies.
Tuesday we'll do that. Tuesday during the day.
We'll be on the set.
We'll be on the set. I wish that we were playing music, but that's we'll be taking orders. Go over there.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a break real quick. Everybody, we're gonna have Levy and Lucia on. I'm sorry, and we'll be right back. You're on Live with Neve. It is 1:30 here in New York City, and we're having a beautiful day. Let's just see who we're talking to today. Here we go.
Hi, everybody. This is Donna Frost, and I'm live with Neve.
We are the Sons of Atlantis, and you are tuned in to Live with Neve. Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Wow! And we're back with Levy and Lucia. Okay, everybody, what would you like to play for us?
We got a blues tune we were planning on doing for you. It's on one of our projects called Pretty Baby is the song. And
all right.
We can go right into it if you like. Pretty baby, where's all All I really want's a boy to say, I'll always be here for you.
Here for you.
You wanna take an evening walk to the river in the park? You're scared of the night, you can't see after dark. Your wishes swim in the water, washing out the sea. So it seems, so long and goodbye to all your busted up dreams. All I really want is a boy to say, pretty baby, don't be blue. Pretty baby, don't be blue. All I really want's a boy to say, I'll always be for you. Put a little harmonica here. All I really want's a boy to say, all I really want is a boy to say, pretty baby, don't be blue. Pretty baby, don't be blue. All I really want's a boy to say, I'll always be here for you. All I really want's a boy to say, I'll always be here for you. Our website has
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug in here. We have a website, thelittlezippers.com. You can visit thelittlezippers.com, and we have CDs available there too. And that song is on one of our other projects. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
Love
Now you're starting. You know, it's amazing to me. This gentleman just picked up the guitar this morning, and he got out and he just showed up, and man, look at him. Pretty good for a new guy, man.
You're ridiculous.
That's right. Pick me up hitchhiking. And been playing. I got the what is that? Not Richie Sambor. What's it? I forgot the name of the course that bought 6 months ago.
Oh, of course.
I've been playing 6 months.
That guy. The guy. He advertises how to play guitar on.
I paid $99.95 for this course.
Hey, you know, you got to do what we got to do, man. You know, times are hard, but you're really picking up on it quick, and both of you, I didn't. It's amazing what us senior citizens can do.
You're hilarious.
Well, so I can sit here and ask questions, but really, you guys sound so great, and you're just getting warmed up. Why don't you play us something else? Tell us, just tear it up. Just play a while, and I'll stop you because.
What are you doing? You improvising? This is not in the.
It's not in the script.
This is not in the script.
You're supposed to stick to the script, Neil.
I know. I got you. Okay, we are not sticking to the script, but
there's no script.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm trying to be funny.
You are a funny guy, man, and both of you. I'm glad. Really, we're glad to have you on.
Any writer.
Lucy always tell me I need a writer. You know, so you can be my writer. Bro.
There we go.
We got extra room here.
Yeah. You're in the city. You need to get out of the city. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'll be hopping right up, man.
The capital district.
I'll do the Vincenzo, baby. It's a Sicilian street. We play that at Christmas in the Sicilian neighborhoods. We have a traditional holiday favorite that we have called "Hide the Salami." It's a great song. Everybody loves it.
That's your
Hide the salami tonight. Yeah,
Nice.
great stuff.
We jumped the broom in the mountains.
Yeah, they do. I see we have somebody speaking of the mountains from Australia. She's way down under, and I'm guessing it's like 4 or 5 in the morning over there, somewhere around there. But thanks for stopping in there, Veronica. Good day to you, baby. You've been out feeding and balling on the crocs all day, fucking around. I so badly.
No, that's very good.
I really badly want to go to Australia. We got so many friends and fans. And
I love Australia.
I think the live.
You can go down there. Let us know. I'll hook you up with another guy we know down there.
We like that.
Go.
Another guy.
Absolutely. I think we have to have live with Neve live, and then we go to New Zealand.
We'll have down under.
Yeah, down.
Ooh,
that sounds almost salacious.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound. It sounds.
That's a little suspect. You're right. We might want to go with a different title.
Neve down.
Definitely can't go with live with Neve goes down under.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good. No.
My. I'm just blushing.
So we're going to do another tune?
Oh, I want you guys to just. We got 4 minutes, 6 minutes. Just roll on, man. Play us a couple
Okay,
times.
we'll do a song called "I Can't Stop to Talk to You." This is a song that Lucia wrote for Neil.
No. For Levi.
No, because
Neil and I don't go that far back.
Hey, do you guys ever fight over musical direction? Like, you ever?
yes, we fight.
We'll sell tickets.
The reason why I'm here talking to you now is I compromise. I give up on everything.
What a guy! I mean,
That's such a smart tactic.
It is absolutely.
Take note, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed.
This guy understands the assignment.
Hey, you know what? There's parts of that assignment that we guys, it doesn't start to really gel in our mind until we're 30 or 40. And in my case, it's just setting in at 60.
Or
so
ever.
I'm having a good time. I'm going to behave now. Let's have some rock and roll. Here we go. We've got Lucian and Levi going to play us some great stuff on Live with Neve.
Well, I can't stop to talk to you. You're slowing me down. I can't stop to talk to you. No, you're slowing me down. Trying so hard to get somewhere. Get out of my way, I'm leaving town. Every time I make a plan, you go and change it. Every time I make a date, baby, you think you should rearrange it. Every time I buy a gift, you don't explain it, no, you just exchange it. Well, I can't stop to talk to you. You're slowing me down. Well, I can't stop to talk to you. No, you're slowing me down. Try so hard, get somewhere. Get out my way, I'm leaving town. You hurt me once. hurt me twice. You hurt me too many times. You know that's not nice. You haven't paid attention, so I think you're gonna pay the price. Well, I can't stop to talk to you. You're slowing me down. I can't stop to talk to you. No, no, you're slowing me down. Trying so hard to get somewhere. Get out my way, I'm leaving town. Well, I can't stop to talk to you. You're slowing me down. I can't stop to talk to you. No, no, you're slowing me down. Trying so hard to get somewhere. Get out my way, I'm leaving town. Trying so hard to get somewhere. Get out my way, I'm leaving town. Trying so hard to get somewhere. Get out my way, I'm leaving town. We could jump right in and do a Rasta Baby, the reggae tune we do. If that's
All right. Here we are with Levi and Lucia. We'll be right back here on Live.
Hey guys, my name's Eli Alger, and I'm here on Live with Neve.
What's up, everybody? This is Irish from Live with Neve, wishing everybody a very, very, very happy holidays.
Hi, it's Jules from Live with Neve. I hope you guys have a great holiday season and you're getting everything.
Like a melting flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. The people we...
All right, all right.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello.
We have like a Rasta Baby. It was the song we've got next for you if you want it. It's...
No. Let's see what he's got in plan.
I am about to have to say goodbye to everyone for the day, but it was such a pleasure to meet you all. You guys sound absolutely amazing. So I look forward to listening to more of your music.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Grazie.
Well, Sammy,
Bye, everybody.
have fun and have a good time.
I will.
I'll be seeing you in those same streets shortly.
See you soon.
I can't wait to see you soon, baby. Well, now you're alone with me.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
Oh man, it's great to see you guys. Really, you sound great. I can tell you've been playing forever. You're just a great player, and I know as the day goes on, it's only going to get better. For everybody watching, Toby Simmons turned me on to Levi and Lucia, and hell, I'm glad they did. You guys are great.
Thank you.
And we live close enough together that I want to come up and see you when the summer gets a little warmer, and I'll come up and see you. We're not that far. I've got my son's up in Rochester. I'll perhaps
between there and the city.
Oh, we'd love to have you down.
Yeah, anytime you want to come up, Neil. You don't have to ask. You can just,
We might not be here, but you can still come up.
Right.
Just come, just knock on the door. You guys let me in.
Absolutely. Well, what would you like to play for us? Actually, let me back up a little bit. When you were playing, let me just ask a couple of questions before we play. When you were playing with the Jacksons, how was it? Tell me a little bit about the gig and just at a thumbnail. Was it how was it, like, in general? Did they treat you good?
Well, I came on the tail end of everything, right?
Right.
The Jackson Records was run by the father and
yes,
the older daughter. I'm forgetting her name now. I'm old, but Joe Jackson and the daughter. What's the daughter name? I don't know. She was the only one.
Latoya.
Latoya. There you go.
Hey, Levi, you have such a great deep voice. Just back off your mic a hair if you could, because you're a little boomy and it sounds great.
Okay. All right.
There you go. Much better.
So I was working. I was doing charts, and then the Jacksons. They had a studio in the Motown building, and this was on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had a studio there, but none of the Jacksons were playing their instruments. They had a ton of instruments in this. It was like everything in the board there was spaghetti. It was like you had to put it together and everything. So they put me in charge of Sam Cooke's daughter, Simona Cook.
Okay.
And that's probably because nobody else wanted to work with them.
Hey, but that's great because that's how a gig comes up. Now, don't worry. There's only 90 million people watching now, so don't worry about it.
No, but she was very difficult, right? She was difficult. Mm-hmm. It was an experience, an experience, and basically that was it. I don't know.
So,
I don't know. Huh?
I have to ask. So you've never been invited over to Mike's house for the Ferris wheel?
Invited. I got the thing about don't ask them. I got a whole list. I was invited. I didn't go, but I got a whole list what not to do and what to do. It was like I can't remember the exact things. I should have kept that, right? But it was like don't look at him and don't ask him certain questions. So,
oh yeah, they gave you the list before you went. That's always interesting.
I don't know what was going to happen to me, if they were going to kill me if I did certain things.
I know. Latoya is going to whip your ass. That's I think what might have happened.
Well, she was with a guy at the time. His name was Jack. I think it was Jack Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like they were having problems with Joe Jackson and this guy Jack Gordon were having problems. And I think
from what I've heard, that was not an uncommon occurrence with the elder Mr. Jackson. I'm not sure. Is he still alive?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. But I doubt it, right?
Yeah.
That Jack Gordon would be in the office sometimes, right? He'd be in the studio or the office, and he'd be using a phone.
Mm-hmm.
He had to leave when he would come in or whatever. He was and I don't know what he was the manager. He was
it's just his general demeanor when he'd come through the studio. Was it like, shh, the boss is here, or was it more like, hey Joe, what's happening? How was was he a kind of a hangout guy, or was he a guy who just comes in and goes,
well,
Dominus?
He would come in and he'd use the phone, but the main guy we worked with was Ben Brown, and he these guys are come. We worked with Ben Brown. He was supposed to be the vice president of Jackson Records. So we worked mainly with him, and he would have me pick out different songs. He would play songs that were going to be on
Simone's?
No, on actually Michael's projects. But I would say he would ask me. He said, "Listen to this. What do you think about this?" And I would say, I like that, or I didn't like it. and he would get my feedback on it. But he didn't pay me for that. But I mean, I would tell
He
him.
didn't pay any attention, anyways.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just joking when I say that. No, I'm kidding. I imagine the guy had quite an ego.
Who's that?
Mr. Jackson. I mean,
I'm just a musician. Am I booming? Am I okay? I don't want to. I don't think I want to go as far as his personality or. No,
I don't want you to come out and slag him at all. I'm just curious about how it is. The man behind the legend. I assume that a lot of the stories that people badmouth somebody, or half of them are bullshit anyway. You never know. I mean, I'm sure he was a tough guy. It was different times back then. I mean, back then your parents,
he was pushing something called Joe Cola. It was a cola that he was pushing. And,
no kidding.
It wasn't doing too good, I don't think. But it's just like any other thing, I'm like a worker. I'm not going to go in, as him any personal business. I'm just there to try to make some money and play music, So
absolutely.
So
sure. Well, do you?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, and I met Lucia at the same time. So
sure. Well, that's you're a lucky man. I mean, you guys have been doing this a long time, and
you guys stick together.
No, I admire. You're an artist. I think you guys are cool. You're an artist. You're both artists. You're musicians, and musicians are good people, man. I mean, there's some folks hear all these tawdry tales, but I've had lots of friends in the music biz, and the stuff people write just for their publicist writes half of that bullshit anyway. It sounds like they're a horrible human. I'm like, man, they might have a great publicist. She's just, getting another brick in the wall,
Well, I think musicians get a bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do too.
Also, I think musicians create a lot of stories, a lot of things.
Things do happen, no doubt.
Not that you wouldn't believe. So things happen.
Can I say something? You forgot I was here. Also, along that same line, I think musicians are a mouthpiece for actually what's going on in the world. You can
for sure
immediately think of Buffalo Springfield for what it's worth back in the late 60s, early 70s. And then every decade, some artist is coming out.
And very true.
Expressing what's going on in the world. And it's a way.
Yes.
It's another form of media that reaches the public and influences the public too.
It's interesting how we're just here at this small show that prior to COVID, there was not the landscape. There were lots of video podcasts, but the landscape now is it's grown up because of the COVID and the nature of all of us having to be locked in our home, no gigs, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of what motivated me. My girlfriend was just like, why don't you get off the couch and do something with yourself? No, she would never say that, but she said, what do you're bored. What are you going to do? And I just woke up and looked at her and said, I'm going to start a radio station on Monday or a show of some kind. And on Monday I got up, instead of laying around scratching my head and watching reruns of, old, movies that I've seen too many times already. I said, well, I'll give it a shot. And here we are. And I've gotten to meet an amazing number of talented people, yourself included. And it's just kind of a fun hangout. That's really
your check is in the mail.
The check's in the mail, man. It's on the way. In fact, hell with it. We're taking it on the road. So what would you like to play for us?
You want to do Rasta Baby?
We want to do a song called Rasta Baby. And,
all right.
Because you want to explain it, Luz?
No, you explain it. You're doing really good.
It's a reggae tune. Am I booming out? I don't know.
Yeah, when you stay a little back, it sounds great.
Okay, I'm gonna stay back. It's a reggae tune, and me and Lucia must have been to Jamaica maybe 1,000 times. We played on a lot of cruise ships, did a lot of things, and we used to. I'll tell you one thing: we played on a Ukrainian and Russian cruise ship
out of Fort Lauderdale.
Out of Fort Lauderdale, the crew was all Russian. And
we ate a lot of borscht.
And meat and potatoes. It was like really a experience. So we did 4 months on a Russian ship, and I can
Mhm.
you know I can speak the like как дела, хорошо, something. I grayo muzika, I don't speak some Russian, but we've been to Jamaica so much that
we were inspired to do a reggae song, and we do some other reggae tunes too, but this is one of our originals, and it goes like this.
All right. Here we are, everybody. Levi and Lucia.
Reggae baby, Rasta baby, bye bye baby, Rasta baby, bye bye baby, Rasta baby, bye bye. I wanna go now. Wanna go, I wanna go now. And drink fine wine with my baby. Rasta baby, bye, bye baby. Rasta baby, bye bye. Now you done it, baby. Now you making me crazy. You went to the bar, you bought me a drink, but all you had to do was wink, and I think you're sweet. I never thought you'd beat so fast, it's good now. But it never gonna last. Never gonna last, baby. So bye, 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 reggae baby. So let me tell them a little something, okay, everybody? Now this is to do with how I was inspired to do this song. It goes like this. It all began when you were a baby. That smile, those eyes would make me crazy. You could turn ahead from the time you were 10. It only got worse, especially when those girls all followed you up and down the streets. And how to handle it made you a complete self-centered egomaniac beast. You couldn't stay in love, not in the least. So Rasta baby, since you never grew up, I really think I've had enough. Take your Rasta baby eyes, your crazy smile, and now it's time to say bye-bye, Rasta baby. Rasta baby, bye-bye, Rasta baby. Rasta baby, bye-bye. True. It feels this good, it's just 'cause it's true. So Rasta baby, since you never grew up, I really think I've had enough. Take your Rasta baby eyes and your crazy smile. Now it's time to say bye-bye, Rasta baby. Rasta baby, Rasta baby, bye-bye. That's our reggae tune called Rasta Baby.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
That was excellent. Very nice. So why don't we've got about 15 minutes, and I usually, so I mean, rather than me talking, I could sit and ask you questions for days, but we're enjoying it, and I know our audience probably rather listen to you play than me talk. I'm just betting. Happens. What can I tell you? Even a guy as charismatic and polished
you
as
don't
I'm.
want to talk to us anymore? What is it?
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I'm really I hate people.
You didn't ask Lucia too many questions.
Oh, I could talk. I can tell you stories.
Lucia has a tainted past.
I have a past.
A checkered past. Oh, I like her already, even more.
Do you want me to tell him, or don't you want me to tell him? I'll tell him. If you don't, you're not going to be embarrassed.
No, I'm not going to be embarrassed because it's a key ingredient. Because
it's a key ingredient.
To us being together, because.
Okay. Where are you going with this? All right. I used to work at a place in Hollywood called the Body Shop.
Okay.
And I wasn't working on cars.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I worked out of that club as a burlesque entertainer for 10 years, 8, 10, 12 years, something. I would go in and work there, and then I would travel. I'd go on the road, and I'd do my shows on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at one point in time, about maybe 5 years after I moved to Hollywood, and I was working at the Body Shop, that's when I had connected with Levi. And he came and saw my shows. Did you like my shows?
Yes. Shows. They were great shows. They were. She incorporated the old burlesque style of entertaining. She did she had puppets,
comedy burlesque,
comedy burlesque.
Wow, Weewa.
Yeah. She had something. She had a character named Roxy
Rusty Crack.
Roxy Crack.
And you can imagine what she looked like.
It was a old bag lady who was a stripper, but she had a routine.
There was a transitional period. You start out as a certain character and you end up as a pretty lady.
Oh, well.
Also had a great show. It was a Chaplin.
A tribute to Charlie Chaplin.
But I can't get her to use that in
we added Smile, which is the song Charlie Chaplin.
But I couldn't get her to incorporate it within the group. It was a great show. We had magic, and she dressed up like Charlie Chaplin.
Okay. It kind of would be we would really need a stage. I mean, like a regular stage that we could perform from on a regular basis with a backstage, so you could do costume changes and reveals, so to speak. But anyway, there were a lot of different shows. I had a lot of different themes. And if you really want to see some of the old videos,
we do.
Go to my YouTube channel. Look up Lucia Bird, and it's BYRD, and there's a YouTube channel, and I try to digitize some of the old VHS tapes that I had.
Well, I will. We will link our page to you and our security, and we'll call you for spiritual guidance occasionally.
I probably could give you some.
I want to hear it all. But the audience, inquiring minds, we're supposed to have this nice, chaste conversation, but inevitably it all goes to hell on the Live with Neve show. No kidding you.
I always tell people that was the 80s.
That was fun times.
And so the burlesque world in the 80s was very mild. It went, like you said, down after that. I mean, we can talk about that.
Marilyn Manson's wife, Dita Von Teese, I believe, was the first woman who really blew up in that world and brought it into the future, so to speak, from something that, like, my grandfather had a little book in his bottom drawer or something, some burlesque pinup or some, whatever they got into back then.
There was a certain aspect of burlesque that was porno, and there was a certain aspect that was theater.
That was from the days of burlesque in the 30s and 20s. The shows that toured, and our grandparents would go, and you might piss off your wife depending on the show that you went to, but that was entertainment back then. I mean, you think about the standards of what was entertainment. It's remarkable.
There's a good show that's on
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, Marvelous Mrs. Mabel.
Maisel.
Maisel.
Oh.
She does this. She does she's the MC in a strip club.
We got to see her. We got to get her on.
Burlesque club. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. They spent some money on that.
Remember, if you can buy it in New York, it's not torture. So I'm sure whatever goes on between these consenting adults is within bounds of decency.
They filmed Mrs. Maisel in the city.
Yeah. Well,
so,
that's
probably the set that they shot the burlesque club thing is probably right there next door to you. And yeah.
It's a kind of a whole different world. I don't know that in today's world, people, the kids, the younger generations, they have no idea. They think all of us old people weren't screwing around and having fun. You know, they're all like, oh, we invented sex. Every generation thinks that. Oh, I'm the first person to ever feel so in love with someone. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. I'm in love. I love them forever. And then 3 years later, they're like, I guess she wasn't that into me, man, you know? But yeah.
What part of the city are you in?
I'm not in a band at this point. I'm just a drummer vocalist who's been long gone, a couple of years at least. And I will play. I go out and, I'm a drummer vocalist. So if somebody wants to do a session or something, I'm just burnt on going in the endless routine of dive bars, which I spent an incredible amount of time in life, like we all have. Being a musician, I've always just taken whatever gig has come my way. And if I could get paid and go there and make it happen.
Yeah, well, so maybe we get something for you with all of us working together.
I'd love to have you guys work on a record or something, because that I do. I mean, I like playing music and working with great people and having fun. Isn't that really what this is all about? Is just having fun?
Well, yeah, this will be your goal in life and every moment, really. So whatever you do,
and
have a passion for it and fun.
Right, and make a little money because
a little
money, enough. That's all you're going to get. I mean, I know that. I have not seen a scale of cost of living raise from a bar owner in decades.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole nother topic, and I think though that this interactive thing we're doing like right now, I think that's where it's going. And the only negative I see, and it's not a negative because you can't really. I don't believe in crapping on other people's dreams. Everybody wants to do something and has some creative outlet that they maybe couldn't or wouldn't indulge for a certain reason at a certain point in time. But, that's just part of life. And having people, I don't know, I once, when I was about 25, tried to remember how many people I knew in bands. And my Venn diagram back then I was astounded to know that I'd played with over 100 people easily. And now when I look back at 60, I lost track in worrying about counting gigs and shit like that a long time ago. There's this endless continuum of small clubs, big clubs. Oh, my Lord have mercy. My computer's about to, I don't know what that was all about. But anyhow, life is good. And, we're older folks. We're still kind of vital, doing something that we enjoy. I believe it keeps, you don't look your age. Either one of you guys. You both look, being a musician keeps us pretty... I think it keeps us fit and our mind's vital. Yes.
Do you have a record label? Do you have a label?
No. I don't have a label. No. I have friends who have labels though. And, I've kind of, with the show now that I have, I'm making so much money, millions and millions of dollars that I can now afford to turn down all the gigs that come my way. Now, you get a change of heart after a while, like just to go play and compete with the great musicians who need it to make a living all the time. I'm having fun, loading gear in and out every night, 6 nights a week. I don't really want to do that anymore. I know why so many people become duos as we age, because it's just hauling all the shit in or having to deal with the personalities involved in keeping a band going. If you're making music and you're making a record, say, like hypothetically, if we were to get together, it'd be the kind of thing where I'd send you a drum and a bass track maybe, and then you guys would do something to it. And I might send you some lyrics based on the drum and bass thing I'd thought of, be very repetitive. And I'd say, this is the basic idea. Play around with it. See what you think. I'd probably send you 3 or 4 and say, do what you think and let's talk. If you like the lyrics, if you don't like the lyrics, fuck around with them. Change them up. I don't care. My ego is not such that I would say, that last line is imperative to my whole manifesto. We've worked with guys like that. Go ahead.
What digital audio workstation format do you work with?
I have Pro Tools, and I have on my Mac stuff. I'm using SoundForge's Sonic Foundry or whatever it is.
If it's a WAV file, it can open in any DAW. Like
yes.
we
Yes.
Reaper's
absolutely.
One. Use that one.
It's funny you bring it up because nowadays our standards, since we were young and playing in the business, it's like making a record. The standards of every label and all the information they need for copyright, it's so much more organized, which is good because people don't get ripped off like they used to, except by the record companies when they sign up. But that's another whole. I could just go on. Don't get me wrong. Getting signed is great if you end up being the Rolling Stones or, there's always new coming acts that are going to do great. But I want to tell them, sound like grandpa. You young men better save your money because one day you're going to be old and fat. And you're going to be farting up there playing a quarterbox in some Holiday Inn out in Dubuque, Iowa. And
son, you better learn a trade.
What a world, man. It's so great. I'll tell you this, though. I think music is something that chooses us if you get to the level where you've been playing as long as people in our age group are. Everybody can't be famous. For all of you young pups out there, remember, go to LA or New York, and then after you've been there a year, you'll realize you got some work to do, and you better hustle or you'll die there because it's not a fair business. I forget how Hunter Thompson put it. It's a shallow money trench full of hookers, liars, and thieves, and that's on a good day. And it's just the way it is, but I like that. I mean, I can always take a bath.
It's realism. It's realistic. You're not living in a romantic world. You're going to have to face reality.
The reality of it is like it's hard. And I respect anybody who has the strength to try. I never, I get occasionally I'll get a young band on, and they're kind of on the edge of being good or bad, but I put them on anyway because it might be that spark that makes them go, you know what, we really got to do better next time. And it might click a couple of switches in their head. I don't know. I'm just having fun, but I see myself, enough of myself to go, I remember when I was just, 14 years old and playing in the garage and playing at churches and playing at all kinds of stupid gigs that we could dig up. And for some of us, it sticks. Some people play it because they want to escape from their family life, or other people play it because they want to meet chicks.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I wanted to do. It was, wow, the chicks seemed to notice Robert Plant, Good looking man he is. And I mean, I have another buddy of mine who's one of the great Led Zeppelin fans in the world. And he met them back in the day. His first beer was with John Bonham. You can't help but be envious of that. It's like, God. And then I have another friend of mine who's an architect, very, very well-known architect. His wife ran off to LA. And John came home and his wife left him a note. I've gone to LA with Robert Plant. And their kids to this day love hearing that story about mom just going off on a tear, It's like, I could just see myself when I was 18 if my girlfriend doesn't be like, oh, she ran off. Robert Plant. That big boot.
There's an old saying, a musical saying. What is it, Luce? About drummers?
Okay.
Do they like to hang around with musicians?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Not that one.
The one I think he's thinking of is that movie Spinal Tap. They all spontaneously decomposed onto the stools where they sat. That's not the one? Oh, where would the drummer be without his girlfriend? Where? I wonder.
Did you ever date the drummers, Lucia?
Have I dated a drummer? No. But
that says a lot about your character. You're a fine woman. On that side, Dominus, you're going to be fine in life. You're a smart lady. Tell your kids, all of you, run for your lives. There's a drummer convention in town. You'll see Art Blakey running amok through the streets naked, Oh, sorry. Art's kind of moved on for those young whippersnappers. Well, listen, guys, it's really been fun having you on. You're nice folks, and I look forward to hooking up and having you back on. You got your new product when you have some out. Just don't be a stranger. I'll have to start stalking, calling you late at night and leaving breathing messages. All that burlesque. You know, that burlesque stuff gets a man worked up in a powerful way.
All right, thank you, Neil, for having us. We had a good time, and thank you.
I can't thank you enough, and I'm going to just throw on some outro music, and we'll see you next time, people.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm international singer-songwriter Hira, and I'm on Live with Neve.